Hi, and welcome to the introduction about how to stay energetic as an entrepreneur. Because every entrepreneur knows you can work 24/7 all week long, and it can drain your energy. It can be just too much if you work too much. I know entrepreneurs who come home and they can only lay on the couch. They're totally exhausted because working very hard doesn't only drain energy physically, but also mentally. Of course, it can happen that sometimes you're exhausted after a long day of work as an entrepreneur. But if it happens too often, it's a sign that maybe a burnout is on the horizon. Then you can question, how is it that some entrepreneurs are always energetic, even after great setbacks, even when they work very hard? What do they do to control their energy, to always be that energetic? One day, there came a very successful entrepreneur. She worked quite hard, she had 4 employees, but she always had lack of energy. And she didn't understand why. She could hardly take care of her son, and sometimes she could only come home and lay on the couch, didn't want to answer the phone anymore. She realized that the way she worked, the way she felt was not healthy. But she didn't know why she did it. She didn't know where the energy lack came from. That made me ask her, what occupied her mind? What kept her mind busy all day? So she started telling, like when she wakes up, she's busy with what kind of messages she should answer and the daily planning. And then when she goes to the shower, she was busy with her colleagues and again the planning and some purchase. And during breakfast with her son, she was occupied in her mind again with the purchases, the planning of that week. And when she drove to her work, she was busy with what kind of things needs to be done in the office and the planning again, and if she didn't forget anything. And when she was working, she was only busy with if the customer was satisfied. Even during lunch, she was again busy in her mind. Her mind was occupied with again the planning, answering customers, things to do. And when she drives home, her mind is fully occupied with what to eat and what to do in the evening. What kind of projects could she start? During dinner, again with her son, she's busy with the planning, what to purchase, were all the customers happy. She was totally occupied with work. And after dinner, she worked on her projects. And again busy with things like planning, purchase, internet, promotion. And before she went to sleep, she was busy with the next day. All the things that needs to be done and could be done. And here I see a pattern that I see with many entrepreneurs. They are busy in their mind 24/7 with the business. And that can drain energy. And if you have a lack of energy, but want to be energetic, you could ask yourself the same questions. What occupies your mind? What makes your mind busy? And here's a clear pattern that you can see. Everything she mentioned was about work or work-related things. She did not mention anything about her son, friends, family, or spare time. And every moment during the lunch break or driving in your car to work was spent to think about work and not to relax. And this is something I see a lot of entrepreneurs do. And I know that it's not healthy. It drains energy. In her mind, she saw her business as an extension of herself, as if she was her own business, and as if the business was her. Therefore, I asked her, what is important in life for you besides business? And even before I could finish the question, she answered, yeah, my son and friends, family. And of course, me, I'm important. And the moment she spoke out those words, she was silent for a while. She realized what she said. She realized what really matters in life. She realized that she didn't spend time with her son for a while. Yeah, she spent time, but only for practical things like buying clothes or bringing to a soccer game. She realized she never went to the sauna anymore just to relax. She didn't go to the gym for weeks. She was only busy with thinking about work. Then I asked her, what always gives you energy? She said, yeah, going to the sauna, take a long bath, and going out for dinner, meet with friends. That gives me energy, she said. And this is a pattern I see so many entrepreneurs do. Only spend time on things that cost energy and don't spend time in your mind and physically on things that gives you energy. Now it needs a lot of discipline to be 100% focused on your business day and night. And part of the solution for her is to use that discipline to not think about work, But think about the things that gives you energy and take action on it. That creates a healthy work-life balance. And that's what gives energy. That is how entrepreneurs who work very hard remain energetic. Because they also spend time in their mind and physically on the things that really matter in life. Things that they enjoy. And you will see that when you have more energy, you have to work less hard because you work more efficient. If you're exhausted, how can you be efficient? As an entrepreneur, you want to be energetic to perform. So be you, be energetic, and keep on learning.